Hey, in this lesson, we're going to get up and running with our development environment where we can type in SQL commands and interact with the Oracle database. So to do that, just open up your browser, and everything we do in this course is going to be done in the browser, believe it or not. And you need to go to this website called apex.oracle.com. And you just need to create an account here. And basically, this is a managed instance, an Oracle instance online on the cloud. And you can use this web interface to interact with the Oracle database. And that's really handy, very quick to get started. So just click on this free workspace option, and you can select application development. And next, you just have to fill out some information. I'm going to fill it out here. And here we need to provide the workspace that we're going to be working with. So in my course, I typically leave it as learn aura underscore my last name, AHMAD, and you can do the same thing, or just put a 1, 2, 3 or whatever. Basically, there should not be any conflict. So I've already created a workspace called learn aura. If I hit next here, it's going to complain. It's going to say, well, we need to create a different workspace name. All right, so I'm just going to put AHMAD with my last name and hit next. And we need to give a schema name. And a schema name, don't worry too much about what it is right now, but basically it's going to be the user. All the data that we're going to create in the database is going to belong to this user. So create your own schema name. I'm just going to call this SQL training. And we want to leave the 25 megabyte. This is just a free package. You can either have 10 megabytes or 25 megabytes. 25 megabytes is more than enough for this course. So select that, hit next, and just fill out some of this information. Can Oracle contact you about your usage? I'm just going to select no for all of these. Since we're going to be using this workspace to learn the SQL syntax for Oracle, these questions are not really relevant for us. So you can just hit next, and now you have to accept the terms and agreements after reading this. Hit next, and we should be pretty much ready. We're about to request the workspace called learn aura underscore Ahmad. Here's my name, and this is the schema name, the user that all the data we create will belong to. And we will verify that we are not a robot by entering this code and hit submit request. And there it is, workspace requested. Your workspace learn aura Ahmad has been successfully requested. Once this request is approved, your login credentials will be emailed to the email address that I provided. Okay, so let's head over to my Gmail account, and here we are. This is the email that they have sent me, and the password, I can access that from this link right here. I click that, and it's taking me to the place where I can set the password for this workspace. So this is just going to take a minute or so. It's setting up the database for us with our account and our workspace. This tool that we're going to be using throughout the course, called Apex, is just a web application that's hosted by Oracle. Apex stands for Application Express, and it's an awesome application. We can get up and running really quickly without having to worry about downloading the database and then installing it on our machine. So whether you're a Windows user or a Mac user like I am, you can use this tool to learn SQL with an actual Oracle database deployed on the cloud, and that's managed by Oracle. So it's a really fast setup to learn the SQL language. If you already have a Oracle database installed on your machine, whether it's 10G, 11G, or some other edition of Oracle, the SQL that we're going to be learning in this course is going to work in those versions as well. So you can choose to use some other developer tool, such as SQL Developer or Toad, or you can use this development environment that I'm using called Apex, which saves you from the trouble of having to download and install your own database. So here it is, workspace successfully created. So let's continue to sign in screen, and here's our username that we're logging in as, and the password. I'm just going to give it a password that I will not forget, and you can do the same for your account. You're of course going to have your own email address that you used for confirmation, and you're going to pick your own password. Once you've set up the password, just hit apply changes, and we should be ready to rock and roll. And here we are. So we are in the development environment of this really handy, user-friendly tool that Oracle provides for practicing some of their components, the application builder, the SQL workshop. All of the work that we're going to be doing is going to be in this SQL workshop. And we're going to start exploring this SQL workshop in the next lecture. So stay tuned. I'll see you soon.